Hi and welcome back to Garfin's Creation. Today at Garfin's Creation we'll be making this chicken pastry. This is a very different method of making a chicken puff or a pastry, and you don't need an oven too. So do follow this recipe till the end. All the ingredients and the related recipes are mentioned in the description box below. First we'll begin by kneading the dough. So for that I have taken 2 cups of maida that is sieved. Into this I'll be adding half a teaspoon of salt and just mix both the ingredients together. We need to make a soft dough, so into this I'll be adding 3/4 cup of water, that is 150 ml of water. Add the water gradually and let the dough come together. Once the dough has come together, I'll just gather it together and place it on the tabletop. I'll just dust it with some maida and then continue kneading this dough for about 5 to 6 minutes. If the dough is too sticky, you can add some flour, or if the dough is too dry, you can add little water. Now after kneading the dough for about 5 to 6 minutes, the dough is nice, soft and smooth. Now we will let this dough rest for about 30 minutes. So into the same bowl, I'll just add a little oil and put the dough inside it. It's nice to let the dough rest as it will be easier to roll it later. So now let's see the dough after 30 minutes. The dough is rested well. I'll just put it on a table counter and using some maida, I'll just roll it into a long log. After rolling it, we will just divide it into 7 portions. Depending on the size of the puff or the pastry you require, you can also make it into smaller pieces. But here today, I'll be dividing it into 7 portions. After cutting the dough, we need to roll each of these pieces into a round ball. Just tuck it from below and make it round and keep it aside. So we'll continue doing this for the rest of the dough too. After this is done, we need to melt some butter. Into the bowl I've taken 3 tablespoons of butter and 1 tablespoon of oil. I just melted the butter along with the oil in the microwave. We will require this for brushing the dough. Before rolling out the dough, just apply some butter on the tabletop and spread the dough. We need to shape this into a small chapati, so you can do it with your hands or even use a rolling pin. It's okay if it is not perfect, as later on we'll be stretching it out again. You can spread more butter mixture onto this if you find it difficult to roll it. Now once this is done, I will just grease the bowl again with some butter and keep placing these chapatis onto it. After placing the maida chapati inside the bowl, we will brush it with some butter. In this way, the rollout dough will absorb all the moisture from the butter and get even more softer. So after brushing this with butter, we will roll out the next chapati too in the same way. We'll continue doing this again with all the rest of the dough. Here I'm stretching the dough with my hands only and not using a rolling pin. You can use whichever method is comfortable for you. Now once again, place it inside the bowl and brush some butter over it again. We'll continue doing this for the rest of the dough. Don't forget to keep brushing it in between with the butter. Once we have finished doing all this, we need to let this rest again for 30 minutes. During the resting time, the dough is going to become even more soft and more pliable. So keep adding the butter in between the chapatis. So I just finished rolling out all the dough and applying butter again once more over it. Now just close this and let this rest for at least 30 minutes. So it's been 30 minutes and now let's start stretching the dough. Once again we will grease the tabletop and take a portion of the dough. And we will stretch this time with our hands only. The dough becomes very soft and pliable, so it becomes very easy to stretch the dough now. You can do this slowly and you can also stretch it from the sides, just lifting the edges and pulling it outside. This way the chapati will get stretched and become even more finer. While stretching this, and if you feel the dough is very dry, you can apply more butter and keep stretching it. Don't worry if your dough tears while stretching this. You can seal that at the end. So just keep lifting the dough and stretching it outwards. Once you've got a nice large size of chapati, press the edges as that may be a little thicker. Today I'll be using this green chicken mince. I've recently shared the recipe for this green chicken mince. I'll be putting the link at the end of the video and in the description box too. After adding a little portion of the mince, we will just wrap the mince with the dough. As you can see how thin this chapati is, so make sure to seal the sides as well. Roll a little and cover it with the sides, and then again roll it out again towards the other end. In this way the sides too will get sealed and none of the filling will come out once they are being fried. So we'll continue making the rest of it in the same way. Don't forget to grease the tabletop again with some butter. As I've used chicken filling here, you can put any filling of your choice. For vegetarians, you can put any veg filling like paneer or potato too. Continue doing this slowly, and if you feel your dough is torn, just cover it and push it inside the dough while rolling it so that it is not seen from the outside. That is, after you putting the chicken mince and when you're rolling it, just put the torn part first inside and then cover it with the rest of the dough. That way it will seal well. I like trying and experimenting with puff pastries. So this is one of the methods I'd seen and I thought I should also try it. It's quite nice and easy, and in this there's no need of using any margarine. There's no need of an oven too. If you too are interested in making puff pastries and want a very easy recipe, I have posted many videos on my channel on how to make puff pastry dough. So do check out that in the description box below too. So after continuing making all the rest of it in the same way, here these are all ready and now we just need to fry them. So for that I've heated a pan and added enough oil for shallow frying. And once the oil is hot enough, we will just add a few at a time. And now we will be frying this on low flame. It will take about 8 to 9 minutes and you need to flip them once they get until brown on one side. So we need to be a little patient with this and just cook it on low flame. So you need to flip them once they get until brown on one side and continue cooking it till you get a nice golden brown on all the sides. You can also bake these pastries in a preheated oven at 200 degrees centigrade for around 15 to 20 minutes or until it's nice and crispy from the outside. So I've kept on flipping these on both the sides till it gets a nice brown and becomes nice and crispy. We need to let the layers cook in as well. So let it cook on slow flame till it gets nice and golden brown. So it's been about 8 minutes and these are perfectly done. So just drain out the excess oil and you can just place it on a plate. So I'll continue frying the rest of it in the same way too. These chicken puffs or pastries make a great party ideas too. You can customize it as per your need and put any filling of your choice too. These taste best when served hot. And they remain good at room temperature for 2 days. But you can also place them in the fridge for a longer time. So here these are all ready. Let's break one and see how it looks from inside. I hope you all like this recipe and do give it a try. Thanks for watching till this end, and I'll see you again with more lovely recipes. Till then, do subscribe and keep watching Garfin's creation videos. I'll be seeing you soon again. Till then, take care and bye-bye.